Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wanda Siwera, and in this channel we talk about all things personal finance, understanding all the financial investment vehicles that are out there, making sure that we rightfully use them towards our goals and ultimately achieve that financial freedom. Okay, so today I just want to ask you a question, right? If your banking statement could speak, what would it say about you, right? So this is a question that I normally pose to my mentees during my masterclass, and it is to bring a sense of awareness that the reality of where your money is actually going, it is within your banking statement. So it's very important that you actually review the statement, understand what it is saying about you, and decide that are you happy with what you're finding, or do you want to make sure that you change what you're finding to align with what you would like? Okay, so this is the best place in which anybody needs to start if they want to take their personal finance journey seriously. To be honest, most of the time we like the complexity stuff. We want to invest in forex, we want to trade currencies, we want to short sell and so forth. We want to do all these complex stuff, but without having the basics right. I feel that if you want to influence your journey in personal finance and financial freedom, you really need to make sure that you start by understanding what your financial statements current state says, right? This is such an important thing to an extent where when creditors are looking to borrow you money, this is the document in which they use to determine your level of credibility when it comes to repayment of debt, right? They don't even give you an opportunity to come and explain yourself, to say, oh no, this is, I bought it because this is this. Whatever it is that they find within that banking statement, they take it as it is and use it to determine your repayment interest rate for the loan. Okay, so if it is that important, this is the area of our finances that we want to influence. And as we all know, I've said it many times in this channel that as African people, we don't have the pleasure of buying high value items cash. Unfortunately, majority of us don't. So we buy things such as houses, such as cars, through loans. And if we want to influence how we can buy these loans cheaper, we need to make sure that we get less interest rate so that our installment can be low and our total repayment cost can be low, right? So if there's any area in which we can influence to make sure that we get this, we need to do so. And your banking statement is one area. So when they check your your banking statement, they're trying to check how much income do you have and what do you do with that income, right? These are things that even for you should matter, because this is your hard-earned cash, guys. Like, it should matter if the money in which you work so hard for is going to do or is doing what you actually want it to do, right? In my previous video, I did mention that spending is an emotional thing, not necessarily a logical thing. We spend because we feel, right? So we need to also moderate our spending based on emotions so that we can spend a lot of our money on the logical things that will sustain us in the long run, that will benefit us in the long run, that are not only for the now, but are for the now as well as the future. Okay, so with that in mind, right, guys, I also wanted to mention that, because it's March, you have your 3 months banking statement now, right? And you have a good trend of how your year could turn out. So if you're still looking to influence how your year should turn out throughout the rest of 2024, then this is the time to look into that banking statement and actually make the changes that needs to happen, right? So the feedback that I got from my mentorship, one of my mentees says, it's been confirmed by my statement that I'm an alcoholic, right? And someone said, it's been confirmed by my statement that I am a swipist, right? Like, she swipes, right? And all of these things are not things that they were aware of before they looked into their banking statement. So it is possible that the way in which we are spending mindlessly, not in the things that are aligned with our goals. And unfortunately, if we're not cautious about the things in which we're spending our money on, we're just gonna wonder later, like, where did our money go, right? So if you want to create some sort of a spending plan, or a budget, or any changes in your life, go look into your banking statement and decide exactly where you want your money to go. And the best way to start would be to use the 50-30-20 rule that says that at least 50% of your income should go to your necessity or your needs, and 30% to your wants or discretionary stuff, and 20% towards debt repayment and savings, right? And one thing that we need to keep in mind is that this plan is actually directional. It doesn't necessarily mean that, yay, folks, fix your mind into this, right? You can do your 60-20-20 is also okay, but at least you're cautious and you are spending according to plan. You know exactly what you want to do, and you're following it through based on that direction that you're given through the 50-30-20 rule structure. Okay, so please go look into your banking statement. Tell me, what does your banking statement say about you? Okay.